Ladies and gentlemen, I have something very special for you. The 2025 season marks the 20th anniversary of the 2005 team's state championship winning season. And for you guys, right here, right now, I am bringing to you the full 2005 highlight season film. You will not, I'll tell you, you will not want to miss this. It is one of the greatest highlight films ever produced. 20 years ago, a great team came together and did something historic, winning their third straight state title. You will not want to miss this great film right here, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy what I have for you.
After back-to-back championship titles, Coach Wright listened to Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones all summer. His favorite song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. No, even after 2 dominating seasons, there would be no contentment for this football team. There would be another goal for them to reach. The players would have to take their game to the next level to achieve it, and that level would be perfection.
There's glory in the legends of this hard muscle life, and there's poetry in each season made of sweat and strife. Winds whisper of high hopes. Victory is in the skies. A season awaits with glory in her eyes. One joins with many on summer's green field. Time to strive, to dare, for all not to yield.
We said, hey, let's do something that's going to challenge them, not just physically, but challenge them mentally and force them to come together and do that to start the season off with. So, in June, we got together here with the United States Marine Corps and took the trip to Camp Adterberry, did the retreat. And it was just a great way to kick. We did that before we did any of the football stuff. We did the first week of June, and just a great way to kick things off and started things on a different note. And kids felt like there was that there was a little higher calling here, a little higher purpose this time, and that that we were going to go ahead and try and do something that very few people have ever done. That's win that third straight state championship.
It's time to get out. Go. 40 minutes, be in the courtyard, 40 minutes. Wake up.
What's up? How you feeling, man? Good morning, gentlemen.
Early, man. I wake up till 1 o'clock or something. What time is it?
It ain't early.
There's a clock right there.
Wake up, let's go. You got 30 minutes now. Wake up, you got 30 minutes to get in the courtyard. Down to 30.
What time is it? 7?
It's what?
What time is it?
Come here, Mr. Gerald. We've got an individual who will not get out of bed. The whole team will be in the courtyard doing up downs a piece late.
Hey, you better get up. I'm getting up, man. You not got that, man. I'm telling you right now. Hey, come on. We got 5 minutes left.
Don't forget anything. Yeah, you gotta pack your stuff too. Your mama's not here. Let's go. You got food. Oh, you got
Ladies. Hey, ladies.
Y'all got on hot pink. Y'all gonna be good targets during the paintball game. Shooting all y'all. Grand hustle, baby. You already know. You already know.
Let's go. Keep going, guys. Let's go.
Let's go. Should have thought that first time. 12, 13.
13.
Get here, Mitch. Get here, Mitch.
Go, Mitch.
Get here, Mitch. Get out.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey. Good job. Good job. Good to see y'all this morning. Glad for y'all to make it on in. Assuming you had a good night's rest last night. All right. Today we're gonna have a good time.
I'm not scared, man. It's not what Coach Tachi told me he was scared before. Are you scared? I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I've been doing it long. He's lying. He's just saying that because the camera's on. My shirt, Coach.
Starting positions. Move. Oh, I know you guys are faster than that. We're talking about state champions here. Get up. We're talking state champions. We'll show you how it's supposed to be done. Give me an air, man. Keep on going. I need some water. But we keep working. I'm starting to sweat. My hands is hurting. My knees is burning. I'm still going in. Warrior. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Early August, the dreaded two-a-day practices will start, but one local team is doing something different, training this weekend in a very different location. News 8's Rick Dawson has more from Camp Adterberry.
It's a whole different perspective, and that's what we wanted. We want them to hear from somebody else, not just from their coaches.
I will call the cadence, you will count the repetitions, we will do 10 of them.
When the Warren Central football coaches wanted to motivate their team during a weekend retreat, they called in the professionals, the United States Marine Corps.
The coaches have done well with their leadership already. The kids are a great character, but they need a little Marine push to push them over the top there.
We do it all the time.
When they talk, when the Marines talk, those kids listen.
Left, right.
Here at Camp Adterberry, at the same place where soldiers train for battle, these players are training for a season and beyond, for the obstacles of life.
Get him down, we got him.
But those here say this is less about physical fitness, building muscle. It's about building something even more important.
Nice.
It's about leadership, character development, teamwork, and building confidence.
Well, we split up into teams. My team's going to win. We're going to take it all the way. We're the underdogs. We got the least competitive team, but we're going to win this.
Warren Central is the two-time defending state football champion.
Good job. Get over there. There we go. Nice, nice. Bend the knees, you fall. Good job.
But even champions can hit the wall. This training is designed to bring these teammates together.
In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
To help and encourage one another.
Teamwork. They can do nothing by themselves. They're going to build teamship. They're going to find out who their leaders are. They're going to step up. And they're going to accomplish the mission. They're going to do it all together as a team.
Talking in the class about teamwork and learning personal things about our other players gets us really close.
How you feeling right now?
I'm tired.
Soldiers for a day, preparing for a lifetime of challenges. At Camp Adterberry, Rick Dawson, 24-hour News 8.
My knees is burning. My knees is burning. Still go win. Warriors.
Edward Davidson, number 26, slot back. Favorite athlete, Michael Jordan.
Mark Thompson, number 74, defensive tackle. My favorite athlete is Chad Johnson.
David Price, I'm 52, offensive tackle. My favorite athlete is Ray Lewis.
Cameron Ralford, number 40, defensive back. I'm headed off to Ivy Tech for computer programming.
Joey Hodges, number 21, 2-year starter, outside linebacker, going D1 for track.
And just how serious were the Warriors about winning a third state championship? Franklin Central would be the first to find out. So if the Flashes had it on their mind to catch the Warriors off guard in the first game, Warren Central would alter their thinking, and in a hurry. Making a statement that the offense was set to pick up where they left off last year, junior running back Darren Evans would race 75 yards to start the Warriors' scoring barrage. Dexter Taylor followed with a 72-yard run of his own as Warren takes a 28-7 first quarter lead. And on the other side of the ball, the defense may have bent, but rarely did it break, putting pressure on the Flashes quarterback on a regular basis. The Warriors would add 14 more points in the second quarter, with Evans delivering a 52-yard run and a 1-yard burst into the end zone. The Warriors rush for 290 yards in the first half and hold a 42-7 halftime lead. In the second half, more of the same, as the Warriors get 3 more touchdowns. The Flashes try to spread the field with short passes, but in the end, FC would come up woefully short on the scoreboard. Final score, WC 63, Franklin Central 13. The second game of the young season saw the Flyers of East St. Louis roll down Interstate 70 into town as part of the inaugural Gridiron Classic here at Warrior Stadium. Former Warren Central quarterback and NFL veteran Jeff George was on hand for the headline contest in the 8-team event. On paper, it appeared the Flyers would be the one team to match the Warriors' speed and quickness. But the home team was quick to show the visitors that games are won on the field, not on paper. Right away, the Warriors would make a strategic special teams move to grab momentum. Kicker Maki Magdalenos places a perfect opening pooch kick that catches East St. Louis off guard and is covered by Joey Hodges. The offense would waste little time getting on the board. 2 plays later, Darren Evans sprints into the end zone for the game's first points. From there, it was big play after big play by both teams, with this game showing the characteristics of other sports. Coach Wright described it as a track meet that ended up with a basketball score. Dexter Taylor would run for this 75-yard touchdown and 2 more. Evans would add 4 more touchdowns. And while East St. Louis would have its share of big-time plays, the defense would come up with stops and turnovers at just the right time. the end, it was an offensive explosion, with the home team racking up 478 yards on the ground and the Flyers countering with 565 total yards of their own. Final score, Warren Central 70 and East St. Louis 50. It would be the most points in one game that the Warriors would surrender all season. And while there still may be some early questions about the defense, in next week's game against arch-rival Ben Davis, the D would answer them in dominating fashion. The Warriors would come into Giants Stadium with talent and history on their side, having beaten their crosstown rival 4 straight times. But could they move the ball on the defensive-minded Giants, who have allowed opponents only 60 yards rushing and 3 points in their first 2 games? The Warriors, not known for backing down from a challenge, would answer in front of a standing room-only crowd with an emphatic yes. Dexter Taylor would start the scoring with an electric and yes, aerial scamper into the end zone from 23 yards out, prophetically declaring game over. Ben Davis would come back with a nice drive of its own, moving the ball to the Warrior 1-yard line where it would be first down and goal. And this is where the defense would show that it came to play. Andre Hatchett lays a bruising hit on the Giant running back. The ball would pop loose and the visitors would recover the fumble. After a turnover by the Warriors deep in their own territory, the Giants would make it into the end zone and tie the score at 7. And at this time, it looked like as if it would be a typical Warrior-Giants slugfest. The Warrior defense would stand up and say, not even in your house, keeping Ben Davis out of the end zone the rest of the night. And the offense would continue to click. First, Dexter gets his second touchdown on this 51-yard run. After a Ben Davis field goal, Taylor again finds the zone, this time from 25 out. Darren Evans would add another touchdown. And Magdalena's a field goal. Dexter Taylor shows why he's one of the best in the state, piling up 239 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. The offensive line dominates the line of scrimmage, and the defense shows it's for real. Final score, your Warriors 31, Ben Davis Giants 13.
The big test, for us is always, the West Siders. I mean, so we had to go to Ben Davis, after playing on Saturday night, so you got a little bit of a short week, and play the Giants, who are always a great opponent. And, to go over there and really, like you said, really dominate them, in all 3 phases. I mean, we gave up 1 touchdown. They had to kick 2 field goals, really to get their 13 points. But really, when you look at the game, the score could have been a lot worse than what it ended up being. And that's a great feeling, because that is a tough place to play. It always has been, and it always probably will be. But to be 3-0 at that point, was a good feeling.
Tadell Moss, number 25, running back, favorite athlete, Allen Moxley.
Brian Beeler, 5'6", right guard, favorite athlete, Chad Johnson. Jason Abuaga, a.k.a. J.O., 5'7", center, plan to be playing Division I college football.
Alan Michael Bills, A&B, representing the 1-3, wide out, favorite athlete, Larry Fitzgerald.
Homecoming week in the Warrior Nation, and the team wants to make the visiting Terre Haute North Patriots feel at home, flat on the ground at Warrior Stadium. Not only were the Warriors not looking past the Patriots, they had their sights set on running through them, and that's just what they did, early and often. Sadale Moss starting the scoring onslaught with a 24-yard run. Then Dexter Taylor finds his running back Darren Evans for a 10-yard TD through the air. Taylor and backup quarterback Matt Upshaw had the best throwing night of the season, completing 13 of 15 aerials for 227 yards. And kicker Maki Magdaleno stays almost perfect in points after touchdowns. By halftime, this one was all but decided with the Warriors leading 28-3. And since he had already exercised his reign on the playing field, it was only fitting that Dexter be crowned homecoming king. The second half presented a chance for the starters to become spectators as the second units continued their domination over the Patriots. For the defense, it would be 7 quarters of football without relinquishing a touchdown. Final score, Warren Central 59, Terre Haute North 3 for their 12th straight win.
You do your best and we'll do the rest, so fight on the victory. Rah, rah, rah.
With 2 wins in the MIC, the Warriors would head west to face the Braves of Terre Haute South. And if you thought the Warriors would take it easy in this one, think again. The men in black and gold produced the most points in a game for the season. A 50-yard touchdown run by Taylor starts the long list of scores for the visitors.
Let's go!
Later in the first quarter, Dexter goes zone again from the 11 after they marched down the field. And on the defensive side, well, the hits just keep on coming, with the Braves being able to move the scoreboard only twice. After the smoke cleared, the Warriors would remain undefeated, with Taylor running for 200 yards and 5 trips to the end zone. It would be a nice bus ride back to Indy after posting this 76-12 victory.
Football is number 5, Taylor, touchdown Warriors.
Up next, the Warriors take center stage in their second straight appearance at the RCA Dome in the Payback Classic. With Colts quarterback Peyton Manning in the house, the Warriors show the kind of high-powered, hard-hitting play that have them favored to return to the Dome in November. But the Carmel Greyhounds have plans to slow down the defending state champs. The Northsiders are riding a big win over number 3 Lawrence North the previous week. But the word from the Warriors is not today, not here, and not against us. First drive of the game. A 4-play drive ends with running back Darren Evans traveling 31 yards and reaching pay dirt. Then on their first offensive play, Carmel coughs up the ball. It's scooped up by safety Jeremy Finch, and he goes untouched into the end zone. Warriors up 14-0, and we're only 85 seconds into the game. And they would never give the Greyhounds any hope of winning this one. The Warrior defense would come up huge, putting pressure and big hits on the Greyhounds all night. So after a somewhat shaky start the first 2 games of the season, after this one, the Warrior defense will have only allowed 3 touchdowns in 15 quarters of football action. As the game entered the second quarter, the offense would be challenged but would manage to gut out 2 more scores. One resulting from a 13-play, 74-yard drive featuring the running duo of Taylor and Evans. At the half, Warren Central 28, Carmel 0. In the second half, it would be the defense which would continue to send a message to the entire state that the Warriors are more than an offensive machine. The final score for this one, the Warriors 42 and Carmel an insignificant 7. And the Warriors stay undefeated in 6 games at the RCA Dome.
Roy Fox Smith, 72, O-line, favorite athlete, Mike Vick.
Senior, Maki Magdalenos, place kicker, number 14. Favorite athletes, Jason Elam.
Senior, number 15, Aaron Sparks, place kicker. Favorite athletes, Martin Grammatica.
Chris Edison, number 54, inside linebacker. My favorite athlete is Chris Edison.
Daniel Webster, defensive tackle, number 77. My favorite player is John Henderson.
The Warriors have run off 6 straight wins, including that strong performance against Carmel in the Payback Classic. Next up, another tough MIC opponent visits Warrior Stadium, the Trojans of Center Grove. and any thought that Warren Central would not be ready to play was pushed aside along with the Trojans on the opening kickoff. Junior Andre Nicholson, with escort in tow, takes it 97 yards all the way to the house. Warriors up 7-0. The Nicholson kickoff return for a touchdown is the first one under head coach Kevin Wright. Then, in eerily similar fashion to the Carmel game a week earlier, on their first play from scrimmage, Center Grove would fumble, and a very opportunistic Jeremy Finch picks up the ball and races to the end zone. 14-0 in favor of the home team with only 36 seconds off the clock. Center Grove did manage a touchdown in the first quarter, but that was about it. The rest of the game, it was domination by the Warriors on both sides of the ball. With Matt Upshaw under center for the injured Dexter Taylor, the Warriors would amass 465 yards of offense, including a 45-yard touchdown strike to junior Adrian Robinson. And the defense offered up another stellar performance, holding the Trojans to 26 total yards in the second half and forcing 3 turnovers. Kicker Maki Magdalenos also comes through with his longest field goal of the season from 44 yards out. Final score, Warriors 68, Center Grove 10 for their 15th straight victory. North Central is playing improved and inspired football, but the Warriors are still the team to beat. Something will have to give in this clash of MIC Titans, and the Warriors are about to show that it won't be them. On the line, a chance to secure at least a share of the MIC title. On top of this, the Panthers showed how they regard the Warriors by scheduling them as their homecoming opponent, and that didn't sit too well with the men in black. At the start of the game, it looked as if the Panthers would indeed compete with the defending champs. The Warriors had scored at least 2 touchdowns in the first quarter of every game so far, but would be stifled by North Central and held scoreless in the opening quarter for the first time this season. But with the offensive weapons the Warriors possess, it would be just a matter of time before an explosion would go off. But who would have thought that the first major assault would come through the air? Dexter Taylor completes a 39-yard pass to Chris Adkins, and the familiar smell of the end zone was in the Warriors' nostrils. 3 plays later, Dexter Taylor was prancing in the end zone for a 7-0 lead, and the Warriors never looked back. And although they only had that slim 7-point lead at the half, the big story was that the defense continued to make big stops as they totally destroyed the Panther game plan.
They trying to win.
In the second half, the offense would show signs of their dominant side en route to a 400-yard outing, with 357 of them coming on the ground. The Warriors start the third quarter with a 5-play, 55-yard drive, capped by this Brad Ellington 10-yard dash to the house. And Darren Evans left no doubt as to the physical style of ball the Warriors want to play, steamrolling over 2 would-be tacklers and pounding his way in for 6, leaving the North Central players, and any hopes of their winning, flattened on the turf. The defense would continue its intense and inspired play, holding the Panthers scoreless for the entire game. It would be the first shutout by a Warrior team since the 2004 opening game. Final score, Warriors 35, North Central nothing. Zip, 0, nada. News also came in that Lawrence North would lose to Terre Haute South, which means Warren Central is the sole winner of the conference title. The 8-0 Warriors come into the final regular season game already assured of the MIC championship, enjoying a top 10 national ranking and riding a 16-game win streak going back to the previous season. For the seniors, it would be their final regular season game in front of their home crowd. Add to that a very talkative Lawrence North team, there was plenty to be motivated about. But the Warriors would have to play this one without the services of featured running back Darren Evans. Evans would miss the game, attending his grandfather's funeral in Mississippi. So with the players expected to step up and play a larger role, the Warriors were eager to get after the Wildcats, and they looked as though they would do just that, marching down the field to the LN goal line. But that's where things took a turn or bounce for the worse. A fumble at the goal line was recovered by the Wildcats and set up an eventual score. Things would be rough for the rest of the night on both sides of the ball. 6 fumbles, another one just inches from the end zone, coupled with the defense giving up big plays, and the Warriors found themselves trailing at the half for the first time this year. The Warriors would make a little noise the second half, but not loud enough to be heard in this one. The Warriors would drive 79 yards, capped by a Chris Adkins score. But the Wildcats would come back with a score of their own. Lawrence North gets the upset, 33-14, but the Warriors expect to see them on their return trip to the Dome with a different outcome planned.
John Lawrence, number 63, defensive tackle, and my favorite player is Dwight Freeney.
Will Hutcherson, number 6, quarterback. Next year I'm going to play football at the University of Northern Ohio.
Monroe Staples, senior outside linebacker, number 47. My favorite athlete is Sierra Collins.
Hi, my name is Dexter Taylor, quarterback of the Warren Central football team, number 5. And my favorite playmaker, other than myself, would be Deion Sanders and Michael Vick.
My name is Anthony King, number 84, wide receiver, and my favorite player is Champ Bailey.
There's no better team in the state of Indiana. But like I said, the best team doesn't always win, and life isn't always fair. And nobody's going to give you anything. And they're going to come out tonight, and they're going to take it from you. Because, you know, last week, somebody came on your field and just took it away. And really, if I'm a bystander, we just watched it, and we didn't do much about it. Okay? Let's never let that happen again. Let's never let that happen again. The new season starts tonight.
Go.
6 games in a row, 1 week at a time.
Sectional number 5, round 1, here at Warrior Stadium.
Let's go, baby, let's go! Let's go! You got it, baby, fellas. First round. Oh, yeah.
The loss to Lawrence North at the end of the regular season just served as additional motivation for the Warriors.
1-3 right here. Everybody loves the playoffs, baby.
Coach Wright has the team rededicated to focus, discipline, integrity, and character, FDIC. And the men in black are banking on these traits to guide them to a return trip to the Dome.
We not out here to talk. We out here to play football. Hey, let's go. Shut up. Don't say a word and just play football. He said they out here throwing flags like hotcakes. We're not making mistakes, and I'm not losing the game if somebody wants to run their mouth. Play football. Let's go. What time is it? What time is it?
Unfortunately for Broad Ripple, they have to be their first victim or opponent in sectional action. And did the Warriors ever show that they were tournament ready, racking up over 500 yards on the ground? It was actually the defense which started the scoring onslaught when Simier Wright intercepts the pass and runs 36 yards for the touchdown. Broad Ripple would tie the game at 7, but Dexter Taylor would finish off the Warren drive with a 4-yard TD run. Again, Broad Ripple would knock the score with this 89-yard pass play, giving the Rockets a ray of hope to pull off the upset. But the Warriors went to work on defusing the Rockets, scoring 6 more touchdowns before the half.
Touchdown, Warren Central. Kevin Humphrey on the catch.
scoring had cleared, the Warriors had built up a 54-14 halftime lead. The Warriors would add 3 more touchdowns in the second half, and you can stick a fork in this one, folks. It's done. On the other side of the ball, the defense would render the Rockets scoreless the rest of the way. Jeremy Finch grabs a season-high 4 interceptions in one game. Darren Evans carries the ball 3 times and racks up 181 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's being productive. Warriors open the sectionals with a huge 75-14 blowout victory.
And the ball is intercepted by number 9.
Game time! Game time! Game time! Game time! Nation! Nation!
In the second round, the Warriors would go on the road to Lawrence Central. Last year, Warren Central eliminated the Bears in the sectional championship. This year, they wanted to give them an earlier exit, and they would waste no time doing just that. First, Brad Ellington would finish the drive with a 10-yard run into the end zone. On the following series, the offensive line would pave the way for a Darren Evans 63-yard romp to the house. After a Lawrence Central field goal, Dexter Taylor would get his feet into the act with a 57-yard score. By the end of the first half, the Warriors had muscled their way to a 42-10 lead. After the half, the defense wanted to put their stamp on this one, holding the Bears to a scoreless third.
Roll! Take it! Good job! Good job!
For the game, the D would give a tremendous performance, holding the LC running game to -6 yards. And the pass defense was spectacular, hauling in a total of 3 interceptions. With the offensive line allowing Evans and Taylor to pile up over 300 yards rushing, the Warriors send the Bears into hibernation with a 59-17 triumph. Up next, the sectional championship hangs in the balance, and it's a rematch with the Lawrence North Wildcats and a chance to avenge their only loss of the season.
Hey, bring out the Warriors! Hey, bring out the Warriors!
Call it a rematch or revenge, the Warriors call it a necessary step on their road to a 3rd consecutive state title.
Let's go! Let's go!
The sectional title game brings Lawrence North back to Warrior Stadium, where they last put the only blemish on the Warriors season. And if you think the Warriors have forgotten that feeling, well, you don't know these Warriors. On their first possession, the Wildcats would move the ball deep into Warrior territory, but the defense would stand strong and hold the visitors to only a field goal. That would be the last time the scorekeeper would have to adjust that side of the board as the Warriors rip off 55 straight points.
remember one thing before you walk out for the second half, because I think some of you are kind of happy. 3 weeks ago, 33-14. The worst defeat in 5 years. The worst defeat in 5 years. You went from number 3 in the nation to number 3 in the state. All right, just like that. That's what they took from you, okay? Now, the only way we're going to get vengeance is take their season from them and make sure that they regret this night for the rest of their life. I'll tell you what, make it a nightmare.
After missing the first game against the Wildcats, Evans would come through with 245 yards and 5 touchdowns. The defense would also take this one personally, setting a physical and aggressive tone and holding the visitors to 196 total yards. With the Wildcats tamed, the Warriors post their 6th straight sectional title and get that much closer to that return visit to the Dome. The regionals would find the Warriors up against Decatur Central, a team that has never made it this far in the tournament, and the Hawks would find out just what it means to be tournament tough. After not allowing Lawrence North to get into the end zone, the defense was pumped to keep this string going and keep the Hawks' star running back in check. For the Hawks, they would score as many points in their pregame warm-ups as they did in the game. As far as the offense goes, let's just say they overwhelmed the opposition. Dexter Taylor romps for 274 yards and 3 scores, while Evans pitches in 122 and 2 scores. One on a 59-yard dash into the end zone on a 4th and 2 play. The Warriors would actually score on their first 7 possessions. On the other side, things were much harder. Decatur Central star running back, who had amassed over 3,000 yards this season, took some big hits from the Warrior defense and could manage to squeak out 37 yards on 17 plays. And one of the most dramatic plays of the game came when Jeremy Finch tips the ball to himself and rumbles upfield for a nice gain and a crushing blow to the opponent. The Warriors come away with a convincing victory to grab their 3rd straight regional championship. Final score, Warren Central 42, Decatur Central 0. The Warriors have outscored their last 2 opponents 97-3 and look like they're primed for a 3rd championship. Their opponent in the semi-state, Avon, is not convinced of their dominance and not shy about letting the entire city know. All week the talk has been in the paper that they are ready to compete with the Warriors. They would quickly find out just how ready they were. On the game's first play for scrimmage, Warrior linebacker Rodney Morton would send the definitive message with a crushing sack of the Avon quarterback. While the defense would stifle any progress by Avon, the offense was having its way en route to 2 first-quarter touchdowns. A 19-yard run by Taylor and a 35-yard blast by Evans. The Warriors would run it up to 21-0 with another Evans run, this one from 12 yards out. The Orioles would feel a little hope after a late second-quarter touchdown, but unfortunately for them, there's still a second half to play.
But hey, it's your game, guys. I mean, why are we so dead? You are 14. You're 24 minutes from going to the Dome. You're 24 minutes, but it's the will to win, the passion to them now. The passion to win it.
Where the Warriors would add 3 more scores, including an interception return for a touchdown by Jeremy Finch. The Warriors claim their 5th semi-state title and 3rd in a row. Final score, Warren Central 42, Avon 14. Now it's on to the Dome and a chance to win a 3rd consecutive title and make school history.
Keith Jones, number 97, defensive tackle. My favorite athlete is Warren Sapp. Greg Mitchell, number 93, defensive end. Favorite athlete, Dwight Freeman.
I'm Carl Jones, number 16, defensive back. Favorite athlete is Ed Reed.
Anthony Baden, number 1, defensive back. Favorite player, Dante Hall.
My name's Andre Hatchett, number 24. Play middle linebacker. My favorite football player is Chris Grant.
It's the championship day, and there's a certain swagger that comes from having done it before. As the Warriors are businesslike in their preparation to win a third title, it starts well before they get to the Dome.
We're bigger, stronger, and faster. Do we have that character, that will to win? Because think about it. If you're bigger, stronger, and faster, and you've got a greater will to win, and you've got just as much character, if not more, you're going to win.
At the Dome, the players are focused on the task at hand, but their thoughts are not far from their teammate, Andre Nicholson. Andre, who will not be able to play the title game due to a career-ending medical condition.
We got to come out like a hurricane. They have no idea.
It's just about time to show the state why they should be considered as one of the most dominating teams in IHSAA history. But that fame can only be claimed by executing the game plan and remembering who is the defending state champ, something Coach Wright reminds them.
Our motto has been simply pursue perfection. We talked about it. We didn't finish the regular season, but this is the important season. Make your mark on history. Make your mark on history. Be physical every down. We're not here to pick them up. We're not here to slap them on their butt. We're here to knock them on their butt. We'll shake their hands after the game. But keep
no matter how many times you've been there, playing to show you are the best never gets old, and it never feels easy. It's a culmination of hours and hours of blood, sweat, tears, just good old-fashioned hard work. The Warriors would go into the Dome with the attitude of a champion, while their opponent, Hamilton Southeastern, is saying all the right things to manufacture confidence. But could they back it up on the RCA Dome carpet? With fans from both sides showing great enthusiasm and expectancy, it looked as though it would be a hard-fought game. For the Warriors, at stake, a chance to keep their RCA Dome win streak intact and earn a 5th state football title in school history. On a personal note for Coach Wright, it is also the first time in state history for father and son head coaches to compete for the title, with Father Bud Wright providing a little pressure by winning his 7th title the previous night. But sentiment would not take care of this one. It would be the play on the field. No problem, because the Warriors would quickly and convincingly overwhelm the Royals, scoring the first 5 times they had the ball. First, it was Dexter Taylor using magician-like skills to totally mesmerize the Royal defense to dash in for this 22-yard touchdown. Then, after moving the ball downfield on their next possession, Evans would power his way in from the 7-yard line. After another Taylor run, the score would be 21-0, still in the first quarter. Hamilton Southeastern would put 7 on the board, and then the Warriors would go for 3 more touchdowns, including a magnificent 55-yard punt return that Jeremy Finch takes to the house. At the half, the Warriors have erased any doubt about this one, enjoying a 41-7 lead. The first half would tell the story of Warrior supremacy and domination, outgaining the Royals 266-67 in total yards. In the second half, it was the defense's turn to keep the Royals physically and emotionally frustrated and give their fans very little to cheer about. They did it with a smothering style of play. In addition to the punt return, Finch would add an interception and lead the team with 9 tackles. Linebacker Andre Hatchett would pound the Royals with 8 tackles, while Jamie Arnold would come up with 7 and Joey Hodges 6. And when the ending buzzer sounded, the Warriors were standing on the winning side of one of the most dominating displays of football in state tourney 5A history. Final score, Warriors 55, Hamilton Southeastern 20, For the 6 playoff games, Warren Central averages 55 points per outing, while allowing their opponents only 11 points. The defense would hold opponents scoreless in 14 of the 24 quarters in the tournament. At the same time, the offense would only fail to score in 2 quarters the entire playoffs. As perfect of a playoff display as any team in IHSA history has produced. And that was the goal. Okay, it's time for the Perfect 12, the top 12 plays of the 2005 championship football season. Let's start with number 12. Look, Ma, one shoe. Quarterback Dexter Taylor ran at will against Hamilton Southeastern in the state championship game, taking this one for 6, even without one shoe. At number 11, you take this one. In the sectional championship game against Lawrence North, cornerback Anthony Vaden tips the ball to teammate Rodney Morton for the interception. Now that's teamwork. Number 10, I'll take that. Safety Jeremy Finch sticks his hand in to knock the ball loose, then he scoops it up and races untouched into the end zone for the touchdown.
Recovered by the Warrior, touchdown, Warrior!
At number 9, nice hands. Sophomore Jawan Harris juggles, then intercepts this pass in the second round of the sectionals versus Lawrence Central. At number 8, goodbye. Defensive back Anthony Vaden shows great speed and agility, returning this kickoff return to the end zone against Hamilton Southeastern in the state final game. At number 7, tip, gotcha. Safety Jeremy Finch shows off his agility skills with this tip interception against Decatur Central in the regional title game. And as you can see, he's pretty hard to tackle too. At number 6, steamrolled. Junior running back Darren Evans runs through and over 2 North Central would-be defenders on his way to the end zone. At number 5, catch me if you can. No, this is not a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Jeremy Finch takes the punt all the way to the house in the state final game against Hamilton Southeastern. At number 4, I'm on it. After a bad scramble for the ball, senior wide receiver Alan Michael Bills pounces on the pigskin for a Warrior touchdown against Lawrence North in the sectional title game. At number 3, not even in your house. Senior linebacker Andre Hatchett lays a big hit on the Ben Davis running back just inches from the goal line. The Warriors would recover the loose ball. At number 2, all air. Senior quarterback Dexter Taylor goes airborne on his way to a first quarter touchdown against arch rival Ben Davis. At number 1, he could go all the way. Andre Nicholson takes it 97 yards to the end zone against Center Grove. It would be the first kickoff return for a touchdown under Coach Wright. And those are the perfect 12 plays of the 2005 championship football season.
Jeremy Hardwick, ex-player, defense assistant. My favorite athlete is myself.
Corey Kid Smith, starting defensive assistant. My favorite athlete is T.O. because he catches.